NGO AROHA and HCL Foundation present video tutorial in school uniform stitching. In this video, we will learn how to stitch salwar for girls. This garment is widely worn by girl students as a part of their school uniform all over India. Salwar can be broadly classified into two parts, which is the waist and the legs. The waist part consists of two waist belts stitched together and a lace inside to adjust to comfort. The legs of salwar consist of two rectangular cutouts and two ankle belts, one for each leg, and four triangular cutouts, two for each leg. We first take a look at the reference garment, identical to what we are going to stitch. Now for the template, we measure each part of the salwar and mark its measurements on a brown paper and cut them in the shape. Similarly, cut down paper patterns for all the parts. Now we start cutting the cloth for the salwar. For the triangular cutout, we place a template on the folded cloth. Prick pins on the cloth while tracing projections to avoid movement. Trace the outline of the template and after this, mark stitching margin. Now, cut alongside the outer outline carefully. And further, cut it along the fold to create two identical cutouts. Similarly, cut all the parts of the garment, leaving along the stitching margins and slit cuts as shown in the chart. This is what they look like. 4 identical triangular cutouts, 2 identical rectangular cutouts, 2 waist belts, 2 ankle belts, 2 canvas strips for the ankle belts, and a lace. We start with matching length of one rectangular cutout with the longer side of one triangular cutout and stitch them together. Likewise, match another triangular cutout alongside the opposite length of the same rectangular cutout and stitch together. Now, turn the cloth around and give finishing stitch along both the stitched lengths. Fold the upper part of the entire leg into half and give a slit cut to the fold to mark the center. Likewise, repeat the process for another leg. Stitch legs along the lengths of rectangular cutout. Give finishing stitch. And mark the center. Now place one ankle strip parallel to the lower end of one leg and stitch lengthwise as shown in the visual. Now unfold the stitched cloth and cut the extra cloth if any. Now place the canvas strip on the bottom of the leg and fold the ankle strip over and inside the canvas strip. Stitch alongside the open ends of the fold and make 4 to 5 parallel stitches downwards to lock the canvas within. Likewise, repeat the process for the other leg. Place the ankle strip and stitch. Insert canvas strip within and stitch. Now take one waist belt, fold it into half to mark the center and give it a slit cut. Now match the bottom corner of the waist belt with the top corner of the leg and start stitching alongside the edge. Fold the triangular cutout inwards to form 4 parallel pleats as shown in the visual. Match the center of the rectangular cutout with the center of the waist and stitch away straight along the edges. Again, Fold the further part of the triangular cutout in the opposite direction to form 4 outward pleats. Unfold the waist, invert the cloth and give it a finishing stitch from the outside. Likewise, repeat the process for the second leg. Match the corners. Stitch forming invert pleats. Match center and stitch across. And match the end corners forming outward pleats. Unfold and give it a finishing stitch. Now match waist and upper end of the legs of one side together and stitch along the edges as shown in the visuals. Likewise, match the same ends of the opposite side and stitch them together. Now, starting from the ankle, match the open ends of each leg together and stitch both the legs together along the stitching margin. Unstitch the waist a few inches below the waist top for the lace opening. Now fold the entire waist twice, outwards and stitch along the opening folds. This forms the lace tunnel. Invert the entire cloth. And insert the lace into the salwar through the lace tunnel with the help of a thick needle. Salwar is now ready. This salwar is widely worn by girl students as a school uniform along with kurti. And now you should be able to make one yourself by following as shown in our tutorial. You can refer to this chart for precise measurements across all sizes. For more information, you can reach out to us through any of these mediums. Tell us how you found this tutorial in our comment section. Like it if you found it useful and subscribe to our YouTube channel NGO AROHA to be notified about upcoming videos.